Oh, ha! Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish, and welcome to the Anna's Haven. That was a weird glitch. I got stuck in the matrix, man. I pulled it up so I can have the live chat going, and it got all kitty wampus. So there we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. Okay. Sorry about that. So tonight's live stream might be short and sweet and to the point. If you are interested in joining in with us, it is Michael and I. Yay! And tonight we're going to be talking about using your voice on social media. And who else? We don't know what else will happen. So um the main reason why I wanted to talk about this tonight is because there's two major things that are going on right now. One is vidIQ has launched Creators for Peace. And though we didn't hit the 10,000 goal in 24 hours, it was kind of my goal. It was kind of my challenge. It wasn't anything to do with vidIQ, but they're running the mission, the movement, so to speak, and it officially starts on Monday. And I just thought it'd be really cool if we could get $10,000 in the first 24 hours. And we got halfway there. So I'm still going to do blue. But that was the goal, was to hit $10,000 and I do blue and yellow. But I'm like, well, we got halfway there, so I'll do blue because I don't look good in yellow. But
maybe I'll chip in the other, and then we'll just go ahead and get it. Yeah, get it evened out.
So, but we're doing the Creators for Peace. Links for that is down below. So if you can donate your time as a creator to spread the word, there's a link for that. And if you can donate even a dollar to help a displaced or orphan child would go a long way, believe it or not. And I really believe in this because I work at vidIQ, and two of our people, actually I think there's five of our people that are actually in the Ukraine or were in the Ukraine. My own boss has family in the Ukraine, so seeing it firsthand with people that I know and care about has really hit me really hard. And if I can do something, I'm going to do it, which means giving my time, giving my effort, giving my money. And if you can join in with that, cool beans. If you don't have time, if you want to do it in a different way, that's cool too. The second thing is my daughter, Ariana, is a foster for dogs and kitties. She does kitties. And her group called the Rescue Crew is doing a fundraiser for wine, y'all. If you need wine and you want a good wine, I kind of did a little research on these people, and they are an award-winning vineyard. So you're not getting some cheap Boone's Farm stuff. But 10% of your purchase goes to the rescue crew to help pay for spaying and neutering and other vet bills, feeding them, for dogs and cats. And this is for Minnesota and I think North and South Dakota as well. So it is kind of even out of our region, but hey, you get wine and you get to help out puppies and kitties. Come on. So I'm going to be looking into that a little bit deeper myself and seeing what I can find. But yeah, adopt, don't shop. Yes, yes. I am 100% all about adoption. Um, oh, Pia, bless your heart. I love you. watch Rob, Nate, and others. Yeah, such a great idea. Yeah, there was the link to donate is down in the description box. You can do it now or you can do it after the live. I don't know what device you're on. It's usually easier after the live if you're on a phone, but
Yeah, do it later. Hey, just
yeah.
write yourself a little note.
But
Get a
if you're like
get,
me, you
get a
gotta do it
Post-it.
now because otherwise it'll go poop right out of your head.
Write that
So,
note now. Yeah, write that little
but
reminder.
turns out there's a little bit of miscommunication, and that's why I wasn't on the live. Um, they sent out a link, but I'm not part of the group on that link, so I didn't have the link, and it just yeah. So I was having fun being in the chat and moderating as I don't get to moderate the live streams anymore, so it was like I was a little rusty, but and we of course had our trolls and the people that wanted to be negative, and that's one of the hurdles you have to come across when doing something like this is you're always going to have naysayers and haters and, well, why aren't you doing about this? And it's like, because this is what I'm passionate about. You do a campaign about your task, I'll be there if I believe in that too. I believe in humanitarianism. I don't care where you're at. If you're in Ukraine, in Rwanda, if you're in South America, I don't if there's something that I can help with, I'm going to help. And if I can't, I'm at least going to say something about it. I'm at least going to, especially if it involves children or animals, because they really don't have a voice. And I've got a big voice. Well, I got a big mouth, but
that's what she said.
Anyway. Actually, more appropriately.
That's what he said.
Anyway, using your voice on social media is very important, I think. I found out that my little channel, our little channel, under 1,000 subscribers, we raised over $3,000 for charity in 2020. And we had help from bigger channels, yes. But for us to put that together, Michael was a part of that, Cheryl. And we all worked together. We didn't take any income from that. We didn't, but it was the donation of our time and the donation of our effort that we helped out Scares That Care, and we helped out the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. And Pia needs the link.
Yes.
Do you I will get that to her. Hang on.
I don't have a connection with Pia, unfortunately.
Well, you need to get on the Twitter tweets.
Well, no, you can take care of that. Tell you what,
Yeah.
you get that to her, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that has helped out and contributed. Everyone that's helped moderate, everyone that's helped showed up in the chat and been a part of the Artist Haven, subscribing to the YouTube channel and within the Facebook groups and being there in Twitter. I mean, your support helps us each and every day. And that's what it's all about. It's community. That's why we call it the tribe. It's a haven. It's a tribe. Everybody's there for each other. So in this dire time that we have, it is definitely, ooh, I hear some feedback. Is it just me? Is that you?
That might be you.
Is this me, John Wayne? Is that you?
Let me mute me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is you, Mike.
Let's see.
But anyway, thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. I mean, to Julie, to Clara, to Janice, Angie Mason, Angela, and everybody else. Helen this here, Pia, definitely. Nathan, Fine Art of Distraction, brother, thank you. Gretchen, Images by Gretchen's here tonight. Yeah. Trisha Whistler, I don't know if I've seen her in the chat. I'm kind of just scrolling through. Tony and Diane, they're in the Carolinas. Family shows up, but everybody's family. So,
family isn't defined by blood, because Diane's my family, but I'm not even married to Michael, and she's my family.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Golly, jeez. I mean, I don't know who got the raw end of that, or the
I think it's her, because I'm a little crazy. I don't know if she's ready for
right now. She's going, oh, I can't believe you said that. But anyway, and there, the man himself, the badass chef.
Yes.
The steam master.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is
Pia.
And there's Pia. Oh, I love her hair.
You can show you these little things. Yeah. Yes, she's got her pink hair.
How about my hair? I'm going all 20s here. This is my steampunk slip back.
Yeah. That's what I dyed mine gray.
Is that the thing to do? Okay,
yeah,
I'll go out.
Part of this. It's usually all black, but
I've got these little bottles. You know what they're from? It's so fun.
Syrup.
Yep.
These are syrup from
Cracker Barrel.
I worked at Cracker Barrel for many years.
I love their pecan pancakes, but I can't have them anymore. So,
is it keto?
Keto. Yeah.
Yeah. That's whenever somebody says something I'm like keto.
Yeah, keto. Damn it. I did buy some paleo cake mix that's like gluten-free, and it's made with all nut flours and stuff. Right. So I'm going to subject Michael to that.
I'm sorry.
Hey, they might be good. The ingredients
send all sympathies to my channel. Yeah, thank you.
You have to have a channel first.
I do have a channel. I've got it. It's there. Yeah.
Where?
It's Michael Sean Carter.
Is there any content on it?
Yeah. There's content on it.
Really?
Yeah, I think I got one video. It's me sneezing. Yeah.
I'm gonna look right now.
Yeah.
8 million views.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's the hottest short out there. It's gone viral. Yeah.
Mike would get on and sneeze and feed all of us. Been working like years. Would be like, damn it.
Yeah.
I know. No.
What?
I'm trying to find you. I can't even find you.
I'm right here.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
I know. Okay. Hi, Pia.
Hi.
Pia, you're dark.
Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
Okay, Michael. Liar.
I keep on freezing there.
I think I got something on there. I don't know.
No.
I'm pretty sure. You know what? YouTube took it down. That's what it was. I was violating. I think I was sneezing Louie. Yeah. And it was copyright infringement. They took it down.
Damn copyright.
Yeah. I tell you.
There you go. See?
Oh no! See, I had something on there, but
this channel doesn't have.
I've got 4 subscribers. Man, I'm on a roll, and I don't even have any content.
96 left to go, and you get your custom URL.
Yeah. Look, I am on a roll. Look at that. Come on, everybody.
Michael,
subscribe really now, and then I will put a sneezing video up there. I guarantee it.
We have been on June 25th. It'll be 2 years that we have been together, and I have been I know
makes me sneeze every time. Yeah. So yeah.
I have been softly encouraging him and pushing him and guiding him, and just do it, babe. Just do it. Do it.
Even if you just get around and just talk about
we need to get him to succumb to peer pressure.
Yeah, everyone do it.
Doesn't work. Do it. Do it.
I if I could withhold cookies or something like that, but I can't because he's so adorable. And he looks at me and says, "Will you bake cookies?" I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, that doesn't work.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. I'll try that.
You've done it. You're like, cookies would really sound good right now, so I go to the freezer, take cookie dough out, and bake you cookies.
That sounds like a great short right there. Let's just do
Yes.
that. Yeah, and then we'll upload that. Oh, I wish I had some cookies.
You're
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, dear.
May I ask you, are you going to color your hair?
Yes, I'm doing it blue. We got halfway, so I'm going to do blue. I'm going to order it. I'm going to order it tomorrow. I have purple and red at home here. Maybe I'll send Michael out to Walmart because they have the brand that I like to use. So, but I have purple and red already, but that doesn't fall within the parameters. So, I'll do blue. I haven't been blue before. I mean, I've had blue a part of it, but not all blue. So I cut all my hair off. I mean, I don't have any hair anymore.
Talk about cutting it off.
Yeah.
I went today. I was so tired. 2 millimeters.
Holy
yeah, mine's an inch.
Than
Mine's an inch because I didn't want to go too short just yet. Because I want to color it first and see if I like it. If I don't like the color, guess what? The clippers come out again. So
it's probably light enough. I could probably do half blue and half yellow.
You could. It with the gray. Well, gray is hard to cover, but usually that's why I use the what's it called? Splat. I use splat color because there's no accelerator. There's no accelerator in it. It's just pure color. So you can just put it in there and just let it sit for an hour and you won't damage your hair at all. I actually mix a little bit of conditioner in it. And then that way I let it sit for like 4 hours. And I put a little aluminum bonnet on that is for ethnic hair actually, but it keeps your body heat in. So the heat opens up your hair follicle. And that way the color absorbs more into your hair. So
you're getting too
I use splat too.
Do you use splat too? Yeah, I've been using it for I don't know 7-8 years. So I mean I will bleach my hair and then I will color it blue. So anyway, we off topic. Well, not really. Here's the thing. If we hit our 100,000, we have $100,000 goal at vidIQ for Creators for Peace, and I've been playing around with this idea. But if we hit our 100,000 goal, I'll keep it blue until there's peace in the Ukraine, until this whole drama crisis stops. If that means for 5 months, then I do it for 5 months. If it means a year, then I do. I hope it's like only a week. I'm hoping.
Oh no! Oh no!
I know better. There's reality and there's my hope. I know better, but I try to be helpful because there's just so many people that I know personally that are affected by this, and just seeing them try to work through all this is just heart-wrenching. I mean,
and one of my brothers back in Sweden, his wife is from Ukraine, and she still have her apartment in Kiev, or she don't know right now,
right?
If it's still there. Because she has her family there and they have fled Kiev, but right now, last I talked to them, they don't know where they are, basically.
It's just so, I mean, it's just, as a mother and, a friend and just having my friends of being my family, it's just such a hard thing as a human to see. How humans can do this to other humans has always boggled my mind. And now to see it, happen to people that I know, it's just brings it really close. And I'm all, I'm all like, I'll color my hair purple. I'll do, or blue. I'll do whatever I need to do to bring awareness to this, to make this stop. And I won't cut.
But then you have
I don't
another
know what else I
side
can do.
but you have another side to it too, and that is the regular people in Russia.
Yes.
That the last thing I heard, he has now stopped Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
They are closed down in Russia because he's so afraid that the people in Russia that lose everything too.
Well,
can't get the word out. So Facebook and Instagram, I heard, was it last week, they were banned in Russia?
Yes. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube is still available, but goodness. I hope he lives.
Unfortunately, yes. But I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
Get some water or a shot. But the thing with the Russian people is they don't believe what's going on because they've lived.
A lot of them do. A lot of them. But what they are doing right now is they do these individual protests. They don't protest in group. They go out individually with their signs and they get arrested right away. But that's to draw as little attention internally and still try to get it outside of Russia. They have this campaign they're doing where they go out as individual and protest with the signs.
Like that girl that did the sign on the news broadcast.
Oh, yes.
I'm surprised she's still alive. Honestly.
If she is.
It's like if the president of Russia is so naive to think that we aren't seeing this and it's not eventually going to bite him in the butt, then I'm sorry, he needs a lesson in life. And I don't know why he's trying to tell people that these people are Nazis and all that. I don't know. I don't watch the news. I just can't. I can't mentally emotionally process all that's going on. All I can do is be a voice for children and help children. And I have given not only to the Ukraine movement, but I've also given to like UNICEF in general, who helps out across the world. UNICEF, Julie said it earlier, UNICEF is an excellent charity, and they have the lowest administrative costs. They have the biggest reach. So, I mean, I remember going trick-or-treating with my friend Tara back when I was knee-high to a grapefruit, and she would have her little UNICEF cup that people would put money in for donations to UNICEF. And so they've been around for a long time because I'm old. But
but if we're going to come back to the topic of social media and support, it doesn't always just have to be financial support.
Mm-mm.
If you see any of these people, either from Russia or Ukraine, that manage to get out a post on social media, share it.
Yep.
Share it as much as you can, because they are having a really hard time right now to get the message out.
Yeah. Yeah. Any messages, anything. I mean, that Arnold Schwarzenegger video, which brought me to tears, because he's like truly heartfelt. And as an actor, he's a good actor, but he's not that good. And just to see the emotion in his eyes and his true emotion. I shared it on my, on my Twitter feed. Do I have a lot of voice? No, not on Twitter. I don't have a lot of voice anywhere, but I have a little voice. And if we all
Yep.
put our little voices together, we become big. It's like drops in a glass. We're each a drop. But after you get 100 or 1,000 drops, that's when the glass becomes full.
Yep.
And so every voice matters. Every voice about everything, whether it's Black Lives Matter or All Lives Matter, you are not alone, or, help the Ukraine, or help these children, or help these animals. If we all contribute our voice, we become a roar instead of
Yep.
just one voice. And
Yep.
that's what that's what the focus of this live stream was supposed to be, is use your voice. Use your voice. Use your hashtags. Hashtag the you are not alone. If you're for suicide prevention, if use Creators for Peace, if you are supporting the Ukrainian children that have been orphaned. I mean, Olga was talking about, seeing children and their primary caregiver had been killed, and they were wandering around alone. And how can you leave a child alone that did nothing? They're a purely innocent being, and they're now alone. And if that doesn't touch your heart, you're an asshole. Sorry.
But I think when we're talking about using your voice, many people say that, okay, I can't give a lot of money, or I don't have a big group of followers. There are still so much you can do. And if you reach one person,
Yep,
by sharing a message from inside Ukraine that they got out on social media, or by whatever you do, every little thing has an impact.
yep. Every voice has a message. Every voice can.
Yep.
We can build together, and that's what that's all about. And whether it's saving a dog from being euthanized in a shelter, or a child being helped, or a veteran finding a home after being homeless for 5 years, that's something that's really close to my heart. When I was homeless, I met vets that had been living on the street for 3 years because they were waiting for the VA to help them. And they were on disability but it got revoked because they lost their home, because they were only able to work 20 hours a week, and it wasn't enough to pay their rent, and it just snowballed. And so homeless vets are a big cause for me. But use your voice. Use your voice. Even if it's small, even if you only have 100 followers on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or TikTok, you're going to reach somebody. And
even if you reach one person.
Yep. But here it snowballs. It snowballs. You reach one person, they reach out, they reach two. Those two people reach 4 more. And those more and more and more. And then pretty soon you have a whole message of positive and hope and love and caring and compassion. And you have this big snowball that would make the abominable snowman happy.
Michael, you didn't cough. You just went to upload the video.
No, there's still no content there.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I see one.
You
did upload one. You have to refresh.
Oh, wait.
See? No, I
was faking the cough.
No views 4 minutes ago.
It was my premiere. Oh boy.
And Tish, you guys have been together 2 years and you weren't even subscribed to this channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Mike. Yeah.
No, she
I
didn't
noticed
even
that.
know he had one.
There
Yeah.
you go.
There it is. Right there.
Right,
There we
take care of
go.
that.
Oh,
I'll
another
Oh, ring the
Helen
bell.
subscribed,
Ring the
and
bell.
I said thank you to her.
Woo, you got
I
5
guess I have to
subscribers
go
now.
subscribe.
5 subscribers. Man. Moving right along. You know,
Ooh, 8. Look at you go, baby.
Hey, can we hit double digits tonight?
That would be amazing if he hit double digits.
I will dye my beard. I don't know, some kind of color. We'll figure
I've
it
got
out.
purple.
Figure it out in the chat. Maybe I'll look around tomorrow. I think I got some RIT that's in the cabinet. Yeah.
No, you're not using RIT on your face.
Use some
Sorry.
RIT.
No.
Look at that. That's a cool thumbnail there, man. Me and
Nice.
Iron Man hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, talking shop. So what kind of missiles do you use? Yeah.
Oh, Michael.
Oh boy. Anyway.
Well, you have 9 now.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Thank you. Yay. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Now you got to keep it up,
Julie
Michael.
subbed.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I subbed, but you can't see that I subbed.
Oh, thank you. Pia subbed. Mike, have you got a chance to sub yet, or maybe
Here's
later?
how
Yeah, I think
your
I'm on there.
voice on
Oh, yeah,
YouTube.
okay.
Yeah. Talk about using one voice.
Here, let's read some of the comments here. Diane says, last time I bleached my hair, it started to smoke and burn.
That's
Whoa.
And then she had to shave her head.
Don't only use products you trust.
Here's a story about hair, and a buddy of mine, high school buddy of mine, and he posted that he went to get a haircut. He went to I don't know if he went to Great Clips or I'll say Great Clips. So he sits down, and the girl introduces herself as Amber or Ashley or something like that. And he says, look, he goes, I kind of like to have it, tapered and then just, a little off the top, just blend it in. And she goes, well, do you mean a 2? And he goes, a 2 what? And she's like, well, a 2 or a 1? And he's like, and then he actually had a picture of what he wanted on his phone, and he showed it to her and said, so this is what I'm looking for. And she goes, so I guess you want a 2? He goes, once again, I don't know what a 2 is. She's like, well, guards, there's a 2, there's 1. He's like, I get it. But he goes, this is what I'm looking for. And she goes, so do you want a 2? He goes, we just keep going in circles here. So she goes ahead and she puts the 2 guard on there and just, rakes the thing right up his head. And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And he goes, that's a little too much. She said, well, you said you wanted a 2.
Oh my goodness.
And he's like, I don't remember. No, I didn't. So, yeah.
Oh, the poor girl.
So Pia, what did you use? What did you have there?
A 2.
A 1? A 2? Okay.
2.
I use a 7.
But
So-
I use it. I did it today, and she actually asked me, are you sure? Yes, I said, I have used the 2 for years. She said, well, I can start with a 4 or a 5 if you want, and then we can go. No, I wanted to, I said. But she asked me.
But she did a nice shade. She brought it in nicely.
Yeah. But
See, I have
I'm too lazy to ever do anything. That's why. I just want to take a shower and then I'm done. I don't want to fix my hair in any way or do anything.
I take a shower and then I have some pomade that I use and I just rub it in my hands and I rub it through. And that way it stays back and it's not in my face because my bangs are still fairly long. So it's like in my face. Oh, I could do the Elvis curl. But I left it long because Michael and I are planning on going to like Dragon Con and other cons and stuff, and I want to be able to do victory curls. So I need to have it longer
What?
on top.
Have it short and you can put a wig on.
Yeah, but that's a lot of stuff to carry. I travel light.
No, you have the wig on all the
When
time.
we went to Dragon Con, I made a note of this, and it's just kind of funny. When we went to Dragon Con, I had all my art stuff and one bag for my personal stuff, like my toiletries and my clothes and all that. One backpack, a backpack for my clothes. So
That's
if I
how
would have brought
I
all my
travel too.
art stuff, I would have had one bag. And I didn't know how I was going to react, and I didn't want to ruin Michael's experience. So I wanted to have stuff so Michael could go do his stuff, and I could just stay in the room and art. But we still had a good experience. So for the most part.
Here's the thing about this Comic-Con. This is just as big as San Diego. This is the East Coast version, Atlanta, Georgia. It is 5 days, and actually even has grown bigger than that, and nonstop. I mean, it doesn't stop.
No.
Every single day it goes on. There's parties at night. There's drag parties. There's adult parties. It's just, I mean, it's nonstop.
That's what I want to go to.
And you know, we've got 5 host hotels, and parties are going on there. They're going on in all kinds of different areas. And the thing of it is I got Tish to go, and I think that's awesome. And it was her first experience, and she wasn't for sure how she was going to feel. So she took, I mean, containers full of art supplies, because she just thought, you know what, I don't know that this is going to be my jam. I'm going to hang out in the hotel room. They're in the hotel. I'm just going to art. But you know, she got into it. And I mean, she was very prolific in a panel. I mean, we had a big panel with like heavy hitters and you know, Hollywood actress and the whole bit. Yeah. And you know, we connected with them. We went up there. They were talking with us, asking us to hang out with them, and so on and so forth. So yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a great time, and Tish was awesome, and we ran ourselves ragged and barely ate and barely slept, and
that's fried chicken.
Oh man, they've got some places to eat there that just knock your socks off. So yeah, whenever
place is amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
but
I mean, when is it?
It's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah,
Labor Day weekend. Yeah, big event. Matter of fact, Tony and Diane's a huge fan of Dragon Con. She's been in the past. 35 years it's been going on there in Atlanta. It's just, you know, gets bigger and bigger, and yeah, so
cool. I want to go. Keely wants to go.
Yeah, hey, more power to it.
No, because we can show you the ropes and
get hotel rooms and all stay in the same place and
same place. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we don't have to like do things together, but at least we know someone there. It makes it.
No, we have to do things together. I'm sorry, you can't do anything on your own.
When was it you said?
I wanted to, Labor Day weekend is Dragon Con, and it'd just be a lot of fun to do costumes. Last year we didn't do any costumes. Michael did a little bit of Star Trek stuff. But I wanted to see the experience. I mean, it was amazing. I got a little overwhelmed one night, and it was more than a little. I had a panic attack because it was just lights and people and overwhelming, and just the events of the day were overwhelming. I was stressed, but that's my mental health. That's me. Everybody else could have probably handled it without a problem. But just the art that's there and the people that are there, and next year or this coming year, I'm going to be wearing costumes. I've got costumes that I have planned in my head. I just got to start putting them together. I'm going to be wearing some of my merch during the day and costumes at night, and I'm going to be more involved with the community there. and just start getting that built up and using my voice, and showing, maybe Emily is actually someone that we didn't meet at Dragon Con, but we met Tony, and Tony introduced us to Emily.
Right. Put us in touch.
And
Yeah.
so it was just this kind of, and I think we need to have more events like that, more things like that, where we can interconnect with other artists, other creatives, and, build upon each other and build ourselves.
A lot of networking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just it. You meet other fans, you meet other people with like interests, and sometimes just, you find new interests. And so it's media now is so driven towards so many different things. I mean,
Right.
it's just, you can find anything in comedy and science fiction, fantasy, superheroes galore, and so on and so forth. But I mean, there's people there that will dress up as their favorite Saturday Night Live skit, bits. There's a guy that does an imitation of Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey. Yeah. And he is
Pumpkins.
David Pumpkins. I'm David Pumpkins. Yeah, I would love to do that. Any questions? So yeah, anything that you can possibly think of. Yeah.
Michael, you
yes.
hit 10 subscribers.
Yes. Thank you. Oh wow.
Power of YouTube voice.
I am humbled.
And that's why I said, that's why it's so important. It's social media is a something that I mean, all of us here on this panel are over 40 safely. Would we have, in our 20s, would we have thought of anything like this? Would we think that we would be all across the country? I mean, Pia, are you in Florida still? I can't remember. You're over on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Mike's in the East Coast. We're in Central. We have.
I'm in Central, but in Florida.
Okay.
But we interconnect with Sue Ashworth in Australia, and
in Australia.
We've had Matt as far as with him, and
Matt. Wasn't Matt in chat earlier? Didn't I see?
He was in chat earlier, and Nathan was in chat earlier as well.
When I was in my 20s, if I wanted to find friends in the rest of the world, I had to travel.
Right.
Yeah.
And in my 20s, I had 4 kids. There's no way I'm going to travel with 4 kids. Not sensibly, anyway.
No.
And no cons for us. No, I mean, we were lucky to get a date night once every 6 months. So it was just just to have this.
I met my husband online, and that's why I'm in the US in the first place. So
right, yeah.
Well,
I don't know if it's good or bad.
I think it's good. You're here with us, and I think back to the time, and we Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, we catch some episodes every now and then whenever we're cooking, just something for casual. And one of the things they do is they play Dungeons and Dragons. I think back of the social interaction of getting together at Stranger Things is a program that a lot of people watched on Netflix, and those guys in the very beginning of it were playing Dungeons and Dragons. We used to get together. That was social interaction. Then we started getting together. User groups were a big thing, and it was computer user groups. Everybody that was using like-minded computers would get together at a local community college, and we would trade programs and software tips and hardware setups and so on and so forth. So user groups were like a big thing. And that was right getting into where, we started seeing chats come up. What was it? IRC?
IRC.
Yeah. And so on and so forth. I used to go to a Commodore computer user group with our Commodore computers. Yeah. And that was a huge thing.
Jeez, Michael.
Yeah.
Very ageable.
Heck yeah. I'm showing it right here. So
my first programming I did on the Commodore was on a cassette tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Using cassettes.
Yep.
Yeah. To run your programs and record everything onto them. And yeah. And then even, getting a floppy drive, man,
those 5-inch floppies. That's how I played. Was it Oregon Trail in 6th grade?
Yeah.
I would stay after school and play on the Apple IIe. I would play Oregon Trail. And then I was like a junior in high school, and I programmed a Christmas tree to draw itself, and then it would have lights that blinked on and off, and that was like high tech.
Mm-hmm.
But and now we can draw on a tablet and have it look like, realistic and look like almost like a photograph. And it's just knowing that we have such high-tech tools available to us, we need to use them for good, create art, create messages that send out messages of positivity and peace and love and acceptance and compassion. And, a lot of people are using them to spread fear and hate. And I think it's our purpose as creatives to just do what we can to stay positive and stay hopeful, no matter what our message is, because there's already so much anger. And you watch the news. I do watch the news. I watch it usually in the evening, and there's just so much negativity out there. But as a news broadcaster, I understand why they do that, because that's what sells. The little 5-minute segment of some kid doing a fundraiser for his brother's cancer or something, that gets a 3-minute blip at the end of the show. But everything else is murder, destruction, and mayhem. And that's what sells ads. That's what gets people's attention. And I think it's up to us as content creators to shine some positive light in a world full of chaos. But that's just me. And I'm not telling you what to do with your channel. I'm not telling you what to do with your message. You do you. But I think the world will gravitate towards you because you are positive. I think people are tired of hearing about the big C word and all the other negative stuff. They need a break. They need a mental break. They need to be creative. They need to do art or photography or gardening or something positive, something that helps them get through all the negative. So, but that's just my personal opinion. I'll shut up now. So, Mike, you have a reach on your channel. You helped, was it Cambodia or someplace where you helped them build their hydroponics so they could grow their own food?
Yeah, and shoot, that was just one of them. But I didn't really do too much. Like you said, it doesn't have to be just like monetary. It's hard to get money over there because of all the, the exchange and all of this stuff. But they were saying they were going to start. And so I said, well, here's my ebook. I just give it to you. And if I can get you into the videos from my online program or whatever, my online course, I'll let you just, see that and and just emailing and talking back and forth. And, they went ahead and got started. And, over there, like $20 is like, like a couple $100 to us or whatever.
Right.
But
Exactly.
so they got a little grant for, $600-700 or something, and went over there and started clearing land. They got a plot and started like using the methods, that I use, and started growing some food. And they grow some in the soil too. And, they try different things, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And they, that came from, them just asking, and just seeing our channel. And what do you call it? Over the years, I've had people from like Egypt and Africa and Costa Rica and Chile and just all over the place. They're like just growing food now, and and then that's just the people we hear back from. There's when you put something out there, you never know. We're always looking for ROI, but like when I was a restaurant manager, most managers don't like to hear a complaint. They hide. I want to hear the complaint, because the person that speaks up, usually there's 9 or 10 more people that had the same problem but didn't speak up.
Yep.
So I'd want to hear that problem, because that means that there's more people that had it. And when you put stuff out there, like you try to help people and you use your voice and you put it out there, you might hear back from one person or whatever and that, but you don't realize that there's more and more people out there that your words have touched, that, and they might have took it and gave that to someone else and gave that to someone else, that it spreads, and you might not ever hear back from it, but for everyone that you do, just realize that it's like tenfold the good that you're putting out.
Absolutely. And people say, oh, you just do that to feel good, and yeah, that's part of it, but knowing that you're truly helping someone is more empowering, I guess, than just getting that attaboy, high five, fist bump. Knowing that you're truly helping people, that you're truly, moving that bar up is something that really motivates you to make more and motivates you to keep going.
And does it really matter if it makes you feel good? The outcome is the same.
Exactly.
You help someone.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I feel good about it too, then it helped 2 people.
Right. And then you're more apt to keep doing it and to do more.
Then to do more and help that next person and the next person and the next person. And, that's why, for me, building this community, I mean, when I started, the 3-year anniversary will be July 15th, will be 3 years. And wow. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I'm struggling to keep my 4,000 hours watch time, to keep my monetization and all that, and keep my groups and my memberships and whatever. But that doesn't matter so much to me as helping people and knowing people have started their channel because I motivated them to, and they're being successful. I mean, when I see my friends going from 0 subscribers to 1,500 or 15,000 or 50,000, I'm like pumped up. I'm like, yes, I do know what I'm talking about.
Or from 4 to 10.
Right?
Yeah.
Even from
that.
Exactly, Michael. Oh, there he goes. He's got the fedora.
Mike put his hat on.
I don't have my steampunk hat yet. I haven't found one yet.
A couple. So
I need to get one.
Fake one.
Damn it.
We haven't steampunked that one yet. Keely's got one with like little rabbit ears.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to give one with little mouse ears because I like Mises or cat's ears. Oh, Diane says I like your art room.
This one actually had the cat ears on it, but I'm evil, so I ripped them off.
Just don't rip them off a real cat, because then you're not really evil. If you rip them off a hat, that's one thing. But Diane, I'm actually gonna, once I get everything set up in here the way I want it, sort of, because everything, I don't know if anybody's studio ever stays the same. I think it's always evolving, always metamorphosizing. And
we'll get some pictures for you, dear.
We'll get pictures, but I'm gonna do a studio walkthrough. But that's probably not gonna be for another 2 weeks. So, because I got videos I need to record and edit and start getting out. So, but I learned how to make those little hats. Yes, I want to make a little one because I want to do the victory rolls, and then I have a little hat.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you
Man,
can see my dress that goes with it.
wow. You know what, Mike? You're going to fit in
Mike
at
said
Dragon
you
Con,
dressed in
especially
gray.
the late night stuff, real well.
Cool.
They're going to love you. Yeah.
Oh, I
Depending
have
on
over
what it is.
1,000 pictures.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't see Mike when we did Rocky Horror.
Oh no, I missed that one.
Oh yeah, I still got
Oh.
the wig. I just gave Keely the corset. I had a corset on. I love wearing that.
I
But
love you so
It's
much.
good. It's good support.
yeah, and then
It really is.
the
I miss
lace.
gray corsets.
I just gave those to Keely to make her little outfit. So I got me a little cowboy hat too.
Oh yeah, I like that. There we go. Let's jump on our horses and ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have so many costumes. I would love to go, but we have just booked a cruise for later on this fall, so I can't afford it this year.
No, I get
we'll do,
that.
We'll do next year. Well, we'll plan on like everyone like next year, like a big we'll like get rooms in the same hotel and that so we can all like run around and
Together.
Yeah.
make it and
Kind of
stuff
thing.
that.
Yeah.
2 o'clock
Although
in
you
the
don't want
morning.
to bunk with me because I snore. Not real loud, but enough to be annoying.
There'll be too much going on there. You won't mind about anybody snoring, right?
Well, that's the other thing too. That's what kicked me off keto is going to Dragon Con and eating all the. Well, I got to have caribou. They have a caribou coffee there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every morning I was so happy to wake up, but now it's going to be like this year. It's going to be like caribou. Do I have to get up at 7 a.m.?
You know, we're already up. It's not like we even went to bed. Sometimes we were just sort of like, yeah, we're just kind of, hanging out in the room, cooling off a little bit, and then go downstairs.
It was beautiful weather. It was really beautiful weather.
Yeah, we
but
did
I
have
think
good
we
weather
do
for
need to
Labor
stay
Day.
in a hotel that's closer to everything else. Even though that hotel, they were amazing there. Yes, dear. Sorry, Pick.
I have to leave you now. My sis just closed her computer and is ready to go to bed. So this was interesting, and I'm glad you chose the topic because it's important.
Well, thank you, PM. It's great to see you again.
Great to see you too.
Good night, PM.
Love you all. Night.
Bye.
Bye. But no, it would be amazing to have a group of people there. I think I would feel a little bit more comfortable and I wouldn't get so overwhelmed to have other people there. Not that Michael isn't enough, but it's just
it's a huge experience. And the thing of it is that you can't explain it to anybody at all. Mm-hmm. They just have to go there. It's like if there's some kind of a Lollapalooza or something that's going on. You're trying to say all these different bands and everybody's doing this, and you can try to interpret it in your head, but until you go there and experience it and see what it's like. But to me, it's just so many people. Everybody's getting dressed up. Everybody's got their
great costumes.
Yeah,
so many.
Yeah,
that's cool.
A lot. And just variety of everything.
The T-Rex, like the inflatable T-Rexes, they were like dressing those up, like putting tutus on them and
doing their own spin on everything.
Their own spin on those T-Rex inflatables. There was like literally 30 of them.
They had a whole group of them, and they were running around. Awesome. Yeah, they were doing.
It was like a herd of T-Rexes. It was amazing, and just the panels. I mean. Michael and I were like, well, I would pick my panels and he would pick his panels. And then we'd be like, well, that one sounds interesting. Let's go to that one. And there was one on James Bond that I was like, I don't really want to go. So I sat at one of the hotels in the sun, in the beautiful weather, and I arted and I just drew and played with stuff while he was at the panel because there was no panels at that time. But then we went to another panel. We went to one on you know, being a guest on a live stream. We went to one on you know,
There was real life
men's
spies. The ones
real
that
life
yeah,
spies, like
All right,
truly
cool.
spies,
yeah,
like
that
CIA type guys.
yeah, that had
And
been undercover. And the one guy who worked for the State Department, he went to embassies as a representative, but he was actually a spy. And he was talking about his time within different embassies. And but you know, they've got these different tracks. You've got the British tracks, you've got all kinds of different types
Star
of groups.
Trek.
Star Trek, Star Wars, you know, all
And
kinds of
then
groups.
there's
You've got the Star
costuming.
Wars, the stormtroopers, like the 501 squadron.
Yeah.
You know, they get together. You've got like a Battlestar Galactica squadron; those guys get together. There's people there's a cigar group that I belong to, that everybody gets together at the red phone booth and goes into the bar there and meets like Thursday night. And then just like Diane's talking about, the panels are just galore. You've just got everything that's going on. And here's the cool thing about it is you got an app, and the app kind of lets you formulate your schedules. And Tish would put in what she kind of liked, and I put in what I liked, and then we'd coordinate. And sometimes you'd go and you'd decide you're going to go to a panel, and you'd look, and it would be so full that you think we're never going to make it in. So then you have contingencies where you go to something else. But yeah, I mean, oh my goodness, it's just nonstop running around, and you're going from hotel to hotel. And then there's parties. There's parties at night where everybody gets into these great big ballrooms and just
I don't know
yeah.
if you can see that, but there's like all the different like panels, the events, the gatherings. I mean, all of this just at the touch of your hand. And this is from last year.
Yeah.
But then you can review your panels. You can everything. We went to a panel on menswear, basically like the history of menswear and top coats and waistcoats and ascots and
collars and cuffs and
cuffs. And the
making
guy
sure-
was amazing. I like wanted to go hug him, but we were in the middle of a pandemic, so we couldn't do that. But I was just like, I learned so much. He talked about things I already knew, but he talked about other things that went deeper. And I was just so amazed at what I could learn, you know. And that was for me. I'm not a Star Trek person. I'm not a Star Wars person. I'm the art person. I want to learn about costuming and art and you know, live streaming and all these things. And it was there. It was there along with the Star Trek and the, you know, stormtroopers. There was literally 100 stormtroopers there. Like I lost count. And stormtroopers, and we met the guy that makes the donuts, Frank, you know. And, you know, Michael and I sat and talked to him for a while. I got my first ribbon. That is one of the things is, you know, how many ribbons can you collect? You know,
yeah, you got these little ribbons, and they've got an adhesive on them, and then you put them onto your badge, and it's kind of a status symbol type of thing. Yeah, and getting those, but people will bring those.
Nerds is a thing.
Yeah. But you know, it's just there's some cool areas to go and hang out and see people, you know, getting photography done. There's 5 host hotels. The tough part of it is that trying to get a room in one of those is almost near impossible. But a lot of times there's groups on Facebook that if people can't make it for whatever reason and they're not going to be able to keep their hotel room, they'll pass it on to someone. It's kind of like season tickets that somebody has. You know, I can't make that game, and you're like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'll have somebody come in and you know, grab it up. Sometimes that's a cool thing to do. But it's just anything you could possibly think of is there. It's really wild. I've went to a lot of conventions, a lot of different Comic Cons that are just, slower paced, but this one is really, really exciting. So yeah,
Yeah,
it,
you
it'd
can
be
go to any con, and I've only been to one, like a con. I've been to multiple Renaissance festivals. I've worked at multiple Renaissance festivals. This makes Renaissance festivals look like a cakewalk. Dragon Con does. It's like, and it's not so much like mass amounts of people. It's just all the variety and all the things that you can learn and all the people you can meet and all just, getting your word out there. And for me, it's gonna be a slow dose of alcohol all day long, just so I have the courage to talk to people, because I'm very introverted normally. When I'm around a lot of people, I'm very like, okay, I need to be quiet. I need to stay here. But I think if I allow myself to be more open and use my voice and talk to people and be more interactive, it's going to be much more beneficial for me as an artist and a creative to get out there. So, like I said, it might be a slow trickle of alcohol through the day.
Yeah.
That water bottle is spiked. Don't drink it. Don't check it.
It's vodka.
The vodka. Actually, I'm more about the rum. But why is the rum gun? And even at the liquor store, the lady there, she was sweet. She's like talking to Michael. And of course, Michael in his dapper attire and voice always gets people to talk. He's very outgoing, and I am not. I could talk to like one person in a small environment, but when it's like 100,000 people all in a 5-block radius, it's just like, whoa. And it's in Atlanta, so it's in a major city. So you've got all these people coming in, plus all the people that are already there. And then you got the, just all the things and the craziness that we walked into when we went into, what was it, Wahlburger.
Oh yeah, there was a fight that
There was
started breaking in.
Was it the Star Wars Star Trek thing?
What's that?
Was it the Star Wars Star Trek thing?
You'd think so. You think of somebody that's, it's like, oh, I don't like that, and I like this better, and but no, it was just like a street fight that somebody, and it was happening inside Wahlburgers, but yeah,
it was a great burger though, and the kid that would served us, he's like, "I'm sorry about that," and I'm like, "Hey, shit happens."
But no blasters or lightsabers or anything like that. So
no.
Yeah,
You're trying to wait for it though.
It was a fisticuffs kind of situation, but no, it's just everybody is there to have fun, and sometimes
and it's a very welcoming environment.
Yeah,
I have to say that it doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter your identity. None of that matters. None of it.
Because nerds are the best.
Yes. We love everybody. And it's just so...
We rule the world.
Yes, we do. We will, eventually. Well, we will... was it the meek shall inherit the earth? Well, I always say the nerds shall inherit the earth, always. Because, it should be that way anyway. Because... I mean, look who is like the billionaires. It's all the nerds. Really? So, but...
Well, with that said...
Yes. With that being said, Mike, I have a question for you. Have you tried to do a little dial within your gauges? That have you tried that? Have you tried to use like magnets or something to like
No,
do the
not
dials?
yet, because like I said, what I was thinking, like this, way back there when I do some shots,
Uh-huh.
people, it's like Hollywood, nobody will ever be up there. And if
Right.
I had to do like a close up, I might make some just for like some B-roll, but I can always look on like Canva or something, and I got like the paid version, and they got like a little of everything. But yeah, that's a good idea. I might mess around with it, after we're interested in getting like the whole thing done so Keely can like start doing some arts and crafts videos here,
Right.
and then add on. We've got a whole boxes full of stuff, to mess with. So yeah, if that'd be cool. What do you, I want to sit around here somewhere. Yeah, because like right there, I
Yeah, you
probably
can't
won't.
tell.
Yeah, I won't get up any closer than that. So it's like Hollywood. So I'm thinking doing like little short stories, and they're
Yeah.
just around. But that would be cool if you had one that did move.
I
I was
just thought it'd be cool. Like, I'm not going to keep these all up. I just put them all up because the blank space was driving me nuts.
Yeah.
I want to do like a what is it called, the clear rubber hose, because you can actually make them so they're like straight, and then I
Right.
was going to put like a light through it,
Mm-hmm.
and then have like a gauge at the bottom where it was constantly going back and forth, so it looked like it was, and
Yeah.
then the lights would be around the there'd be 2 bar lights on either side of the artwork, so it would light up the artwork.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And that's where my brain is going. Um, so, but there's a certain kind of hose that's clear, and I can't think of the name of it. There's a certain name for it, but I thought about running that between 2 like bases, and then having a gauge off of off the base, and then running the hose, and then having the lights shine down, because you could just use an LED light from either direction.
Right.
And so I was just like, I was wondering if you had played around, because I've got magnets galore. I've got all kinds of magnets, from little tiny pea-sized magnets to the big, like quarter-sized magnets,
Right.
and everything in between. So I was just thinking, I wonder if you could take like some kind of piece of metal and then bend it and point it at one side, and then on the back side of the cardboard have like 2 magnets put together, so it was constantly causing that to like wiggle. So I don't know. I was just thinking if you had already like figured it out,
No. Yeah,
I'd
you'd
to
have to actually physically do it, at least to start off with. Otherwise, you would have a perpetual motion machine, which nobody's ever invented.
Right.
leave it to me to
many,
find it by accident.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
many have tried.
Then we would be walking around Dragon Con and everybody would be asking for your autograph.
Oh, we would have our own panel.
Yeah, yeah,
Perpetual motion, girl.
Figure it
How'd
out.
you do it?
What was the
Yeah.
math that you used? I didn't use any math. I just started putting shit together.
What? Stumbled across
I
it.
don't do math.
Right. I plan on
Unless
solving the
it's
world
to
peace
find
right
out.
after this.
Yeah.
I don't do math unless it's to find out how much percentage off I get when it comes to an art supply. That's the only time I do math. But
Yeah, you
no,
need that walking around Michael's, because it's everything's percentage.
70%
10
off.
here, 5 here, 40 here, buy 2 get 6%. You're like, what the hell? So they have to start putting big charts up for us. We're like,
Yeah.
I didn't know it's gonna be a math test in here.
Those charts, you go in, your price is $4.99. They have $2.99 and they have $7.99. So you're
Yeah.
still trying to figure out what $4.99 is. And it's like,
Yeah.
damn it. So
I just want a
it's like,
friggin'
okay.
canvas.
I need to go to a Michael's eventually. I haven't been to one since like November, I think. No, October was the last time we were at a Michael's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We moved up here. There's like Michael's and a Joann's in a Party City and everything like within like
Shh.
1 mile of here.
Shh. Shh. I have to drive to Paducah. We have to go to Paducah or Evansville, which is at least Evansville's a 90-minute drive and
Whoa.
Paducah's a 45-minute drive. So
Yeah, we did that for years. We're out in the middle of nowhere, the major cities, wherever there was like a Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart. We had
Yeah.
to.
Well, we've got a Hobby Lobby and a Joann's, and that's not that far away in Carbondale.
It is-
Carbondale, but I mean they're not the best.
but it's so picked
they're-
over. It's such a
well,
small store. It's like
we
why
have
drive-
supply chain issues here. It's just it's because of the economy, and that's why
Because of where
Evansville,
we're
Indiana, Paducah, Kentucky are both river cities, and they get stocked up on stuff. Places around here, not so much.
Well, I went into Walmart the other day just to get like basic stuff, like spinach mix and meats and cheeses and just stuff for us to eat. And Michael wanted French fries. There was no French fries, like literally no steak cut fries, no crinkle fries, and the only bag of like regular French fries was a solid mass. And I'm like, I'm not buying that, So it's just like.
It's probably better for me anyway not to have fries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I can buy next if I can find potatoes, I'll make you some. But it's just been really hard. Because the last time we went to Hobby Lobby in Carbondale, they had no canvases, like none.
Wow.
And it's like, why drive a half hour to come up empty-handed? We can drive 15 minutes more and at least find something. But because I'm working now at vidIQ, it's harder to make that trip. And then Friday and Saturday we have the live stream, so we don't go down there. It's been snowing the last couple of weekends, so we haven't been able to go. But we're hopefully going to be able to make it next weekend. I'm hoping, because there's some things I would really like to pick up.
Speaking of going, that's what I'm going to do, because
yes,
I've got to see the Ark of the Toilet.
Yes, we had. I made omelets on the new griddle, and they actually turned out this time. So, yay!
Cool. Yeah, I got to go check out a video on MSC.
Check that out.
Yes, go check out.
Please leave a comment.
I will. I know the routine.
You do. You're familiar. You've been there.
Knows the routine. So
yeah, he does.
I just want to thank everybody that was on the panel and still remains on the panel for hanging out with us tonight. And those of you in chat, thank you so much for spending your time with us. We appreciate you. And we'll be live again on Wednesday night for Artapalooza. The link for that will show up if you hang out till this live stream ends. You can just click your reminder right then and there. So without further ado, click the links below, go subscribe, go help out the charities that are listed in the description box.
Yes,
Remember,
please.
be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness. Maybe.